Hello, welcome back to my channel. I know I was uploading every day, but things got a little busy and I took a little break, but I'm back with some more Am I the Villain Reddit posts. So let's get right into it. Am I the villain for telling my son's girlfriend to break up with him? My son has been in a relationship with his girlfriend Lily for about 3 years now. I love my son and I hate to say this, but he's not turned out to be a good person. He has very little work ethic, has no desire to get a job or go to college, and spends most of his time gaming or partying. Lily, on the other hand, is the polar opposite. She's very studious, has aspirations to be a doctor, is a very good swimmer, and is currently away at college. When my son and Lily first got together in high school, they were an excellent match. We loved having Lily over, and my son definitely took more care of himself. Since then, it's rapidly deteriorated. I know my son still loves Lily, but he never gives her the attention she deserves, and with her clear potential, I just feel she deserves better. When Lily came to visit a few days ago, she was visibly upset. When my son went to the store, I asked her if she was okay, and she told me she didn't know what to do and wondered why my son has such little ambition and was so lazy. I told her I didn't see it changing anytime soon, as that's my view given it's been going for almost 2 years. When she asked what I would do in her situation, I told her to put herself first and do what she wanted. Lily thanked me and said she'd think about things. Well, earlier today, my son comes down in a rage, telling me that Lily has broken up with him via text. I asked him what she said, and apparently the message referred to discussions with your mom that had made her rethink their relationship. My son was livid that I'd gotten involved and said I'd overstepped boundaries. I told him that I didn't advise Lily to leave him, just said she had to make her own choices and decide what was best for her. My son is now not talking to me, and my husband is annoyed, believing that having no Lily will make my son's rut last even longer. I also miss having Lily around. So, am I the villain? No. Okay, so the title is for telling my son's girlfriend to break up with him. But that's not what OP said. OP saw that Lily was upset, asked her about it. Lily was already having doubts about the relationship, clearly, because she's like, I don't know what to do. The same issues that OP was saying, Lily's also seeing. And OP just told Lily to do what she thought was best. So Lily thought about it and came to the conclusion that this was the best course of action. So there's no reason to blame OP. I think it is kind of weird, though, that OP's husband is also blaming her for this. And it's also not up to Lily to, spare the son from a longer rut period. That's on him completely. So, not the villain. It's the son's fault. It's not OP's fault. He's the one who is not taking care of himself, not going out and accomplishing things, and if Lily doesn't want to be with him, she doesn't want to be with him. That is not on OP. Am I the villain for canceling on my friend as soon as she showed up? My friend is chronically late and a flake. She blames it on ADHD, but I know it's because she just doesn't give a shit about being on time, and because she always keeps her options open for a more appealing activity, even after making firm plans. She doesn't even apologize when she shows up late. The only apology anyone ever gets is when she's a complete no-call, no-show, and even then it's half-hearted. I've been putting up with this because she really is great when she finally shows up, but my patience has been wearing thin. A couple of weeks ago, she hosted a Valentine's Day brunch. It was also her birthday, and picked a place that would 100% give your table away if you didn't arrive on time with your full party. Everyone else got there a little early to be safe, including her. I was honestly shocked. And when we all got seated, I let her know that I was going to go ahead and cancel the upcoming dinner that we had planned since this was the last straw for me. She just showed everyone that she's perfectly capable of being on time when it was her thing on the line. So I wasn't going to put up with her chronic lateness anymore. And I was happy to still have casual hangouts with her, but this would be the last time I was going to do anything with her that required showing up at a specific time. I said that in front of everyone, and in the words of the great Tim Robinson, nobody said shit, dude. Nobody said shit. She brushed it off, yelled at me after, but brushed it off in the moment, and we had a nice brunch. And I guess our other friends felt the same way because no one has planned any kind of lunch meetup or movie or anything with a specific start time with her since. And not today is when our dinner plan was going to be, and she asked if we were still on for it. I said no. I feel like I was pretty clear before. We can hang out when you get off work, but I'm not waiting around for you anymore. She is irate and even saying that I'm being ableist toward her. I feel bad because she is clearly hurt, but I'm also tired of feeling hurt and embarrassed waiting for her to show up all the time. Okay, I don't blame OP for not wanting to make plans anymore with this person because, I've said in one of my other videos, I also have ADHD, and yeah, time blindness is a thing and I struggle with it, but I'm always very apologetic and I'm never like more than 10 to 15 minutes late, and it's usually like a traffic situation or because I literally just like didn't calculate the time right. But I always try and I always feel bad. She doesn't seem to regret or apologize whenever she is late, and that is a problem. It sounds like she's just using ADHD as an excuse to be late. So I don't blame OP for not wanting to make plans anymore. However, I do feel like the timing in which OP did this is kind of weird. Like, I just feel like it would have been better if, she stuck with the dinner plans, and then if the friend was late, then kind of say, hey, so it's pretty clear, given last time when you were on time, that you only really care about things that are for you, when clearly this dinner that we had planned you don't care about because you were late. Like, that would be a better time to say, like, we're not going to do this anymore. But doing it on her birthday in front of everybody, the one time she was on time, just feels a bit weird to me. So I think this is an everyone sucks here kind of situation. So yeah, like I said, I don't blame OP for not wanting to make plans anymore. That's up to her. And friend sounds inconsiderate and rude, but I just don't think this was the best time to have that conversation. Am I the villain for not repeatedly telling my girlfriend when the oven was beeping? My girlfriend was cooking banana bread tonight. She sets the timer on the oven and asks me to tell her when it beeps, while she goes back to the bedroom. I call her when it does. She puts it in a little bit longer, though, puts another tray in, and asks me to call her again. This happens several times. Eventually, I ask her why she just can't set a timer on her phone, which I normally do when cooking, so this doesn't have to be a two-man job. She just tells me no. Just keep telling her when it beeps. I go off into the study and hear it beeping again, a bit later, but I don't say anything. She comes out a few minutes later and throws a full-on tantrum. She tries to grab off me a plate of banana bread I'm already eating. After physically fending her off, I tell her she's being ridiculous and finish it. I go back to the kitchen and she's thrown the remainder of that tray, which she spent like an hour cooking, in the sink, ruining it out of spite and now not talking to me again. We have arguments like this every other week. Am I the villain? What did I just read? It sounds like you guys just want to give each other a hard time all the time, and I don't know why you're dating, to be honest. Because, okay, OP has a point. Why not just put it on your phone? I also don't understand why she has to go back to the bedroom. If she's making stuff, isn't there a living room or something nearby she can spend time in? But even if she does need to go back to the bedroom, I also don't see why she can't have a phone. So yeah, there's no reason why she couldn't have done a few other things instead. But also, just to simply not tell her because you just don't feel like it anymore is also just giving her a hard time for no reason. And I just, I don't know. I would not want to be with either of you. Am I the villain? I bought a non-traditional toy for my niece. So my niece has this lamb toy that she loved. I should also mention that she is really rough on toys, and long story short, the poor little fluff ball has gone to stuffed animal heaven. Well, my niece was heartbroken, and my sister was telling me how down she has been, so I thought I would get her another one. All of the stuffed lambs that I looked at were just as fragile as before, but I was getting some treats for my pooch, and I was struck by the sight of a lamb chop dog toy, and I had a brilliant idea. I mean, think about it. The lamb chop toy is made to be chewed on and clawed on, so it should be able to handle the abuse of a toddler. So I bought it. And on Saturday, I was watching my niece for my sister and brother-in-law. I gave my niece the toy, and she loved it. She really liked the squeaker, too. So Saturday rolls around, niece is having a blast with Lammy 2.0, and my sister and brother-in-law walk in the door. Of course, my niece runs up to her parents and shows them her new toy. They ooh and ah over it until my niece squeezes the squeaker, and my sister completely loses her crap. Screams, "You bought my baby a dog toy?" Brother-in-law just looks at me and tells me I should probably head home. The aftermath is that my sister sent me a bunch of texts which basically consist of, "You bought her a dog toy," with some choice expletives thrown in for good measure. Our mom asked what the hell I was thinking. Our stepfather and stepbrother thought it was funny as hell. Brother-in-law is quietly amused, but is keeping his head down. My sister took the lamb chop away, and my niece had a meltdown until she gave it back. So now I'm getting the double stink eye from her. And my niece still loves her fluff ball. So am I the villain? I was just trying to make my niece happy. I don't see what the big deal is. Who cares if it's a dog toy? Does it matter? A toy's a toy. It's not like you're insinuating that she's a dog and should be treated as such. It's just a toy. I don't know. I don't think you're the villain. I think that's not a bad idea. Plus, there's no choking hazards because it's a dog toy. So I don't get what the problem is. I don't get why sister-in-law's, or sister, just sister. I don't get why sister's so angry. Who cares? Not the villain. Am I the villain for not letting my struggling friend move into my empty second bedroom of my new apartment? New here, after years of working and saving, I finally have enough to rent a 2-bedroom apartment in the city. After moving out of home, I had always lived with housemates, but now I finally get to live by myself for the first time, which I'm really excited about. I have a friend who I've known for years. I only moved in last week and he came over to hang out and see the place. He saw the empty spare bedroom and asked what I was going to do with it. I said, I don't know. Maybe extra storage, guest bedroom, study room, who knows. For context, my friend has been living in a share house for 2 years now and has been very vocal about not liking it. Nothing truly bad, but he just doesn't really know the other people he's living with. It's an older building with lots of issues, and he says he doesn't like it. Fast forward to a week later, he comes to me and says, hey, I've spoken to a few other friends and they've all said you're being really selfish here. What? I had no idea what he was talking about. He said that because I didn't offer him my second bedroom to move into, I was being selfish, and because I know about his current living situation, I should have offered because it would be of help to him. Reasons why are that I am so excited to finally live on my own and have a place to myself. He and I were almost going to live together a few years ago, but we had such a big fight over the littlest things that I vowed to never live with him ever, but continue being his friend, of course. Now, because of all of his friends and some of our mutual ones telling me I'm selfish for not giving him the bedroom, I'm torn. He said he's willing to pay rent and half share on bills, but I really just want a place to myself? Am I the villain? No, it's your money, it's your place, you can do whatever you want with it. I don't like the entitlement of, hey, I spoke to my friends and you're being really selfish, just out of nowhere? Like, oh, you should have offered this to me. Who? Why? No, you don't owe him anything. And that's really entitled of him to even come up and say that to you out of nowhere. What the fuck? I don't like that person. Not the villain. Alrighty, well, that's all I'm gonna do for today. I will be back tomorrow. I know I said that on, what was it, Wednesday, the last day I posted a video, and then I wasn't back, and today's Tuesday. But I'll be back tomorrow. Well, thank you for watching. If you like this content or you like me, go ahead and subscribe, leave a comment of other subreddits you want me to look at, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!